Vincent Dupree, otherwise known as Cobra, is a scarred and tattooed man with tan, pocked skin and shaven head, which of course does nothing to hide the faded prison tattoos on the back of his neck. He has a long gray goatee, which is sandy and faded from a harsh climate, and many of his scars are dark from planetary dust seeping into them as he healed.
Yeah. Griffin Fetter, can you understand Arcloid? For me, he's sounding a little bit static.
It's about a usual for Arcloid over here for me, so.
The usual good or usual not so good?
It's hard to say.
Okay. Then we'll try to roll on and do it in downtime. So.
All right.
While you were campaigning and trying to gain support for your cause, Mr. Bright issued a statement. I don't know. Can you all see it?
Yes, indeed.
So please bring it up so the viewers can see it also. We demand freedom for all people of Suhunia. We are willing to negotiate the ongoing ownership, but the ongoing enslavement of our people is insufferable. If this demand isn't met, I sadly see myself forced to take increased action. We urge all people of Suhunia to join us and help us in our effort to liberate us all. Sandos Bright of the Suhunia Liberation Front. So it seems your actions have changed stuff, and he feels urged to increase his action.
Right. I suppose now is the time where I should just go ahead and give my recap.
Yes.
Alright. I imagine this is mostly monologue to himself as he returns to the city. I knew this was a dangerous game, but I never expected I would lose someone so soon. The mission seemed straightforward at the outset, but now I'm not so certain. Pyro and I had little trouble with the regional pirates, and Planetfall was quiet. Prudence, the local AI, helped us in establishing a decoy plan to lure out Bright from hiding, but they didn't take the bait as planned. Bright wants to keep his forces together rather than split, to our disadvantage. Though it was just us two against 10 of them, we scouted the force after they took out one of the decoys and found their camp. I sent in Pyro alone, my mistake. What was supposed to be a simple scouting mission turned into his death. I should have anticipated his recklessness. Still, you can't argue with results. By his own count, he said he took down 3, maybe even 4, but I can't confirm those numbers. It wouldn't be safe. I retreated without ever engaging, alone and still outnumbered. I figured they could take some time to heal their wounds and patch up their mechs. They must be getting supplies and spare parts from somewhere. And if they have extra pilots lined up, they might even be back at full strength now. I took my 2 weeks of freedom and used it to rile the people and tell them the legend of Pyro, the man out fighting for them, their hero. It's not much, but it's gotten me allies where before there were just bystanders. Now that I'm back in Clawlands, people should be ready for Pyro's resurrection and return to the field. I wonder if Mirrorspoke will have any additional surprises for me.
Yes, about additional surprises, Mirror Smoke or Siren, your handler, agreed to send you one additional mercenary, Cobra. He should arrive tomorrow by ship and make landfall. In the meantime, Prudence had additional intelligence for you. Of course, to the statement of Mr. Bright, students only had to say, "We do not negotiate with terrorists." But somebody in the meantime got counterfeit access to the printer and printed some explosive remote detonators, manpads, and infantry-sized anti-mech weaponry. And the weapon got out of the city.
I see. So what are manpads? That's the only thing on the list I don't think I immediately know.
Manpads is the short for Man Portable Air Defense System. So it's an anti-air gun a single person can fire.
Ooh,
Or-
okay.
Or a two-man team, depending on the exact weapon.
All right, so anti-air, anti-mech, and a lot of explosives.
Yes.
So I have spent some time making friends and connections, and I believe that was what you were going to give me for my downtime activity, right?
Yes.
So, given that these things have happened recently where someone printed stuff and took it out of the city, maybe I could try to use my connections for the day that I have to wait to try to uncover who helped them and which way they went and where they were going. I think that would probably be the best use of my time while I still have to wait for them to land.
Yeah. Who have? So, yeah, you find out that somebody from the militia is suspected. Certain Aziza, because exactly after the illegal access, she went missing and nobody knows where she went. So, and she was also always a little bit sympathetic to the cause of Mr. Bright.
I see. So they did it in their position of trust and then fled afterwards. But nobody knows where or how they got out of the city or anything.
Yeah, if it's indeed a Caesar, somebody out of from the militia can simply drive out of the city, no questions asked.
Mhm.
So getting out is easy.
I don't suppose the city then would have, say, any cameras or anything to recognize which way out of the city they took then. The north, south, east, or west exit.
Oh yeah, the south exit.
Okay. So that narrows it down. I have the impression then that maybe they still are fielding in the same quadrant. So that's interesting to know. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep my ears up then and try to see if there's anything more I can uncover before landing.
While you are walking through the city, you and think about what happened. You are in front of the printer building, and Feta walks out. But sorry, Pyro walks out.
Oh, Pyro, you're already here.
What do you mean?
I thought you were still flying in.
We flew in together. What are you talking about?
Ah, never mind. Is the other mercenary here with you yet?
What other mercenary?
Mirrorspoke just sent me a message that there should be one arriving soon.
They sent somebody else?
Yeah, again, I thought that was a day out, but I guess I was mistaken.
No, the other mercenary Cobra is still a day out. He will arrive tomorrow. So have a few hours left in which you can do something if you want to.
Okay. Well, the city does have some militia.
Yes.
I could always ask someone to maybe form a small squad, go south down the trail and see if they can find the possible trail for the missing militia member. They don't need to risk themselves very much. I just want a general idea of the direction they went. Like at what point they break off from the path.
Can't wait till they find an abandoned mansion with a large well in front of it. It's a joke for the rest of the stream.
Have you? How many men do you want to send?
I just need a few people to scout and tell me where the trail breaks off. I imagine just like a small group of 4 people would be appropriate. I don't want them to like go out and engage or anything, or like spend a week out in the woods. I just want them to like go outside the city and come back.
So, how far do you want them to go out before they turn around?
Probably not more than a few hours.
Okay.
If she's just continued down the trail that far, then I'm going to assume that she just kept going even further.
So, yeah, a team of 4 people gets sent out, and after 3 hours, they radio in and say, "Yeah, we found a trail, and it continues on. Shall we continue, or shall we turn around?"
Go ahead and turn around for now. That's good enough for me.
Yes. Will do. Thank you, sir.
Well, Pyro, all we have to do is wait a little bit, and then once our friend arrives, we can go out and say hello. What do you think about that?
Should we get intel on the region first?
I've been gathering that already, actually.
Really?
And in fact, we have a new map for it. Here, observe my PowerPoint presentation. And I will fill Pyro in, and we do have a new regional map if you want to go ahead and move us over to that.
Do you see that?
No, you have to go up to the top, take the red player banner, and move it over to the map.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go. Now isn't this pretty?
Nice. Where are we at?
We would be in the center in Clawlands. From our intel, I believe last time we probably encountered the rebel group somewhere out here. That's the last bit of intel we had. So about
Around
this
here.
square, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and like take a X and just kind of mark it. Oh, there you go. Thanks. That would be the last location we saw them. And given the direct intel we just gathered, they should still be out in that direction. They don't generally seem to wander far away from that quadrant. So we're in luck.
How many? What's the distance on a hex?
That's hard to decide. As far as it goes, I figured 10 hexes would be the 2 weeks of travel that we've been mentioning so far.
No, 10
So
hex.
1 hex would be 1/5 of a week.
So,
That's a strange
The-
measure. You've decided there 1/5 of 7 days.
Well, I mean, I don't have a rate of travel or actual distance, so it's like hard to really decide.
That's
No,
2/4 of 5% of 18. Wait,
No,
what?
no.
Every 5 hexes is a week, that's about it.
No, 10 hexes is about a week. The 2 weeks are back, 2-way, so to the city and back.
Okay,
So yeah.
so that could be a little bit easier to arrange then. Yay.
So, but a hex is more if it's in the woods and you don't have any roads to follow. So wood hex is over a day.
Okay. And as far as it's gone, yeah, that's about all the intel we have, but it's more than when we started. So everything looks good. Okay. So, with intel gathered, I think we're waiting for tomorrow then.
I would like to get some stuff printed.
Yes, now is the perfect time to adjust your loadout if you want anything else.
Grenades. And stims. Actually, I don't think I can use stims anymore. Grenades. Oh, wait, yeah, you could probably only carry 3 items, huh?
Yeah, but you can
That's
switch
correct.
items around.
Yeah, hold on a second. Just check my comp com here to see what my loadout is again. Because I already changed it a little bit. So I guess I'll just change it again officially now. Changing my armor to a stealth hardsuit. And of course I've got info skin. Because I need it to look human. Otherwise I've kept the smart scope and the data plating. And my regular weapons loadout, I just guess I recreated it. So yeah, I guess I don't want to sacrifice anything for grenades. I retract my previous statement.
Alright
Oh.
then.
So you're set and you will wait till the ship arrives.
I
That's
mean,
current plan.
Yes.
I'm probably like patrolling the wall.
The wall is pretty silent.
Yeah, it's all quiet on the Western Front.
So I suppose you have a little drink in the tavern before you go to sleep, but not too much. And
I have no need to drink.
the next day, the ship with Cobra aboard arrives, and when it's right outside of the city in your view, alarm goes off. Weapons are fired. And
Oh
with
dear.
weapons, I mean, of course, manpads. Oh yeah, some of them are really, really good shots, but some of them hit. And the ship with Cobra on board is damaged. It doesn't explode, but it had everybody hit it would have exploded. But now its engine is aflame, and it goes down in the woods just a few kilometers south of Cloudlands.
The shots also came from the south, didn't they?
Yes, the missiles, the manpads have a range of about maybe 8 to 10 kilometers. So whoever fired them can't be that far away.
Alright. Pyro, I think it's time for us to saddle up. We can try to intercept them before they can take out Cobra.
But now it's the spotlight switches to Cobra. You are aboard the shuttle, which gets shot down and crashes right in the woods. Part of the crew died in the crash, but the captain and the pilot still live. And you're in the middle of the wood. You know there are enemies around because you were just shot by them. What do you do?
He's going to ask the captain, is the radio busted, or is there anything we can do to call for help?
Yeah, you can still radio.
All right. Do they have the channels that Clawlands usually broadcasts and receives on?
Yeah. Yes, you can assume that.
I'll call into Clawlands then. Probably run into a civilian radio before he runs into a military one. Or is that assumption wrong?
Okay. Sorry, can you please play around with your mic settings in Discord? I only understood half of what you wanted to ask. You wanted to ask about some assumption, but I didn't understand the assumption. It's in settings, voice and video. And
Yeah, so I'm in there.
just try stuff out like echo cancellation and noise suppression.
How's this? I mean, and I don't see any echo cancellation to change.
Okay.
What's your operating system, Arcloid?
Windows 10 Professional.
Bottom right hand side, you see the speaker icon just on your desktop?
Yes.
Right click that and go to sound. Just click sound. And under that, go to your recording tab and click your default microphone and hit properties. You there?
Yes.
What is it? Levels, I think? Sorry, I was doing
Yeah.
that without looking at it. Now I gotta go look at it to keep up.
Yeah, I'm at levels.
Sorry, level. No, enhancements. Sorry, I meant enhancements. You got options there, right?
I see general, listen, levels, and advanced.
Oh, you don't have sound effects options like DC offset cancellation, noise suppression, etc.
No.
Huh. What options do you have?
Under general, it just
No, I
indicates-
said enhancements.
I don't have enhancements.
Oh, you don't have general, listen, levels, enhancements, and advance?
No. General, listen, levels, and advanced.
Huh. Okay. What are your levels at?
50.
What about your boost? What's your boost at?
There's no boost.
Weird. You have had a weird mic, Hardwood.
I just have one from a webcam.
No. That explains that. And Hurricane's gonna get his answer in a second. Oh, he's in chat asking these same questions. What is the problem that you're getting? Chin? Are you thinking he's too loud? Are you getting too much reverb? What's the problem that you're having?
Oh. Okay. It's not. I have to turn him up to like 200%.
So you're saying he's too quiet?
Yeah, and then the technical stuff, if he doesn't pronounce it extremely clearly, it just.
All right, Arcloid, turn your turn your levels up to 100, and I'm gonna turn you down on Discord.
Okay.
Wow, that's horrible. Turn yourself down to 75. 75. You at 75 now?
Yes.
Okay. We tried it. Say again what you wanted to radio or what you wanted to try.
Well, I just didn't know if I'd reach a civilian or a military radio first.
Oh yeah. Now I understand you better. If you could please try to pronounce it a little bit clearer, then it would be perfect, I guess. So, yeah, you can either radio civilian flight control, or you can radio your mirror smoke buddies. It's your choice.
He was going to try to go for mirror smoke if he had the right frequencies.
Yes, go ahead.
Mayday, Mayday. This is transport flight. He'll give the flight number if you knew it. We've crashed. Should I wait for help or proceed on towards Collins on my own?
This is 0. You should try to proceed to the closest road if you can. Otherwise, hold still. We're on our way.
Thank you, over.
Alright.
So, Cobra, do you wait and hold still or do you move?
He's gonna go and move. Look for this road.
My general assumption is that maybe there's a road out there in that direction that he can go to.
No, there isn't really. It's, because he was shot really close to Cloudlands.
Mhm.
You saw the shot down, so it's maybe 10 kilometers south of you, and in the south there isn't a road that close.
Okay. So we're trying to head out there as quickly as possible, so that should only take us a bit.
Where in the map has he crashed?
Probably within the same hex, honestly.
Yes. It's right outside of Cloudlands in the woods.
So he's heading dead north and towards Collins.
So I think all we need now is for you to set the map and get us going then.
Yes, I'm switching.
There you go, a little bit of art.
Oh yeah, I have to remember that you.
Oh, no, I just
Yeah.
added a crashed spaceship to the map, that's all.
And I switched you to the wood maps, and do you have a crashed spaceship you can add here too?
Where do you want it?
Yeah.
How big you want it?
Bigger. Maybe 5. I draw it bigger myself. Thank you.
And then I
Bigger?
guess just throw that on the map layer.
I'm asking first, bigger or smaller?
No, it's fine right now. So yeah, Cobra, before your buddies arrive, the enemies arrive.
Oh shit.
So let me just track stuff around.
And I suppose we'll need to grab our tokens on the other map too.
Yes.
Now we come from what, the north?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
we
the
will come
direction we're
from
coming
the
from.
north. It's
Oh, too big. 1 second. There we go.
okay. Reminder for me for next time. Prepare this.
I thought that was what you were preparing.
Yeah, I didn't think you would just let the ship got shot down.
It just didn't click that that was exactly what was going to happen. What could they be using anti-air for? There's no way they're going to shoot down the shuttle.
So yeah, So, please add your token to the crashed spaceship.
Let's see. I know the mech token is on the other. Ah,
Oh
there
no,
we
I
go.
already
Someone
just
brought
say.
it.
Yeah, I already added you to the top.
Thank you.
Okay, that added my icon rather than my token.
Do you have a token on the other map yet? No, you don't. All right, hold on. I've got you. Your picture from the overlay. I'll just put that there. Da, da, da,
I have
da.
a specific token image I made for this if you want me to give you that.
Okay, I'll do that then. Because at the moment, I'm already uploading your other one that you gave me.
Yes.
You know, the one that's on all the overlays.
Yeah, the one I made.
Well, then, what are you talking about then?
Well, I have an icon for Cobra himself as well.
Oh, okay. So your mech isn't with us then, is what you're saying.
I didn't know it was, but never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. Your sorry, I forgot you missed the last mission. Your mech was on the ship, just as precaution. As a sensible precaution, as it seems. So, I'll think because you got shut down, I'll start the combat this time.
Okay, is that initiative that you have rolled?
No, there isn't a classical initiative. It's one of me goes, one of you goes, one of me goes, and we alternate till one side had their complete turn and the other side finishes their movements.
Right. It's exchange until all units have gone, and then it resets.
Yes. And
I'm seeing you put yours into Hull, didn't you?
Yes. Hull and agility.
I was wondering. Wait a second. Well, wait. Oh yeah, because every 1 point of Hull is plus 2 hit points, isn't it?
so, because this is woods, you have basically soft cover everywhere, except if you are in melee range. And this artillery would open fire first, because it knows your general direction. Oh, and no, it first fires a drone for which I haven't got a token, but I'll just use another token. This red one is a drone, a flare drone, which gives the artillery a better aim, and then it fires, because then it offsets the negative accuracy. And the artillery just fires somewhere into the woods and doesn't hit at all. So now, players, it's your turn. You hear artillery fire opening. You see a drone flying above you. Who wants to act?
And you said this drone here is with them or with me?
It's with them. The artillery fired it. It's a flare drone. If it gives him improved aim.
Is it within melee striking distance if my character moved his mech here?
Most of your melee weapons are going to be range 1. I think if you're using the shotgun we talked about, you probably have range 3 if you want to use that instead.
Range 5.
Ultimately, you can move and do 2 quick actions, and on your first turn with the Nevers, you also get to do an extra quick action.
I'm going to learn what these quick actions are.
One of them is in fact skirmish. You could choose to walk up and just go ahead and slash this thing, and then use the rest of your movement elsewhere.
All right, yeah, let's skirmish. Do I bring up the frame?
Yeah, go ahead and pull up the frame and then choose the weapon you're going to use. You get to use one of your weapons and any auxiliary weapons that happen to be in the same mount, which should be nothing, I think. Because correct me if I'm wrong, you still have like heavy blade, charge blade, shotgun, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so each of those would be independent. You could also choose to do a barrage, and I think that lets you do 2 weapons, right, Teal-chan?
Yes.
Right. That would also be an option, but it is a drone, so I don't know if that's overkill or not. That's kind of your choice.
Well, let's shotgun this drone.
So you take the barrage action?
Yes.
Yes. Then I... No, that doesn't hit. It flies a little bit to the left and you shoot beside it. Now you can attack with your sword if you want.
All right.
You jump up to hit it, but in just the right moment it flies a little bit higher. So that leaves you with your quick action. What do you want to do with your quick action? You could skirmish and fire one of your weapons again.
Yeah, let's skirmish. And does it have to be a weapon I haven't used yet?
No, because it's a bonus action, you can use one of the weapons you already use.
Well, free action, technically.
Yes, right. And you heavy charge. You jump again, and this time you jump a little bit higher, and you hit a drone and damage it. It looks really damaged, but it's still flying. So,
Alright, that's some success. You
Yeah.
did only move 1 square. You could go ahead and finish up your movement and move behind something. I don't think the drone has a threat range or a weapon or anything. So you'd probably be free to disengage from it like that.
And say move here.
I'd probably say behind the big crashed spaceship, but that's okay.
Sit back where he was.
I'm
no,
not sure. I guess it's up to Teal-chan to determine like how much cover and from what side would you even get it.
I mean, what's
Yeah,
your
if
speed
you're-
anyway?
if you put a spaceship between you and the enemies, you would get heavy cover instead of soft cover. So,
Where is speed listed?
The second box down, where all your stats are.
Is that max SP?
No, second box down,
Let's see.
second
Speed.
row over, yeah.
It just says 0 next to it.
You're an Everest, so it should be 4.
Yeah,
And you don't have any extra agility because you put it all into hull.
the top set of boxes where like structure damage, reaction stress, and everything like that, those boxes have to be filled out with your Everest stats. The box listing underneath that are your actual stats.
Okay, so I never did that right then. Shit.
Right. So your normal speed is 4. I think every 2 agility gives you 1+1 speed, right? So if you only put 1 point in agility, I think your speed is still 4.
Okay.
And then you think you moved forwards 1, attacked a guy, so you still have 3 left.
yes.
He'll stay there and then and give some hard cut between himself and the artillery.
The enemies are to the south, so the ship isn't exactly between you and them.
Oh, there they are. Okay, then So he moved 1 to get here.
Right.
So like there.
I think you moved 1 space too far now. Because you moved 1 to get up to the drone, and then you have 3 left.
All right, then there.
Yes. And now it's the enemy's turn again. They've got 2 artilleries, and the second artillery does exactly the same thing. It fires a drone, and then it fires at you. And because the weapon is arcing, it can ignore your additional cover. That's an 18. I think that's a hit. So
Well, since I never got my stats done,
It's definitely a hit. That would hit me, and I'm based around evasion.
Yeah, evasion is at 8 on the Everest.
The Everest got 1 armor, if I'm right.
And you're not?
Nope, no armor.
No armor. Okay, then Cobra takes 5 damage. The second artillery also fires his drone, and it got a better aim, and the rockets hit you right in the chest.
Let's see
Player's
that
turn again.
damage.
Oh, 2 of them are acting at once?
No, it was 1 of them, then it was Cobra, then 1 of them. Now it's you again.
You didn't roll damage or anything.
No, they have most of the NPCs have static damage.
Oh, okay, static. Okay, I see.
So how do I apply damage on this sheet?
Well, you can do it on your token, too. Just click your token. The green box is your structure.
All right, so I took 10.
No, 5. You took.
No, I was just confused because you said the other artillery, so I thought a second artillery was moving in and attacking him. I didn't realize you
Yeah.
were recapping what the thing just did.
Okay.
Yes, it was a recap. I try to make the actions more colorful than just rolling.
No, I understand. I didn't understand that you were recapping and not describing what the next guy was doing.
Yes.
If anything, I think I'll go ahead and go next, actually. And I'll go ahead and start my turn off with firing my heavy weapon, which is a Cyclone Pulse Rifle. So from across the field, I'm going to go ahead and take aim at that drone. It is accurate, so I've gone ahead and add 1 accuracy. And that is a 15 to hit it.
Hey, yours actually rolled the accuracy.
So yeah. You got
15 to hit for 11 damage.
yes. At which drone did you fire?
To the one on this side.
Yes, but because of the woods, did you think of the soft cover it gets, so you don't have accurate, it cancels out?
Okay, so that would be just an 11 then. You
Yes,
just take
but
out the die.
the 11 still hits, and 11 damage is also enough to pulverize the drone.
Excellent. Alright, so I still have my movement, and I still have a bonus action. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving in 4. Is any of this terrain, like, harder to cross than usual? Or should I just go ahead and move freely?
Yeah, you can move freely. The only exceptions is the crashed spaceship and the lake, if you want to cross any of those.
Okay.
But
so I will go ahead and move in closer using both my movement and boost, just kind of jumping over anything in the way. And I'm going to go ahead and... I guess I'll just end it here. I'm not going to give anyone an order yet. So, on to NPCs.
Yes. I'll have the ace fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it takes one of his quick actions. Okay, I don't have to fly there. To fly again. And because of his reposition trait, he can use this reaction to allow one of his allies to also move at the start of his turn. So this guy moves as a reaction for the reposition trait. And then the ace will... I just have to check his other stuff. Yes. The ace will fire at Cobra 2. And okay,
Got
how
hard
do I
cover,
get it?
we've got soft cover, we've got drones.
Yeah, it's,
Wonder what he's at.
I think this will be a hard cover. Yeah, but if I move a little bit to the left, because I still have movement left, it's just soft cover. Bro, 20. Okay. Yes, that's a 13. He fires his missile launchers and they also hit you, Cobra, for 4 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, currently you gotta just tank all this.
Yeah, you're the one in the most comfortable range. So now it's Pyro's turn.
Alright, first I will move. I have a speed of 5. So I will move there. Then I will boost for another 5.
Oh, before you do any more actions, you remember that you can ask me anytime about the class and the templates.
Pretty
Of
sure
any
I proved that last time that I don't care.
Yes, but Cobra wasn't there and didn't hear the rule. So
That's a good point. How about giving Cobra the rundown of like the mob that he sees out here? There are at least 2 artillery mechs, so I guess what's the rest of them?
yes, these are artillery mechs. They are with no additional stuff. These 2 are assault mechs, like attack. This one with the melee weapon, the blade, is Ronin. And this guy first, here on the right, he's an archer. And this is a commander ace.
Alrighty.
And by this, you can guess who is who.
Alright, to clarify, my boost was me using my initiative quick action as a free action. Because as you might recall, you have to... the Cyclone Pulse Rifle is super heavy, which means that you have to fire it using a barrage action, which is a full action. So I've used a move and a free, which allows me to still have a complete full action to fire my Cyclone Pulse Rifle, which is a super heavy weapon.
The super heavies have a special rule that it has to be the first thing that you do on your turn. That is
No.
the complicating rule to using them.
Oh, okay. Well
I'm
then.
sorry to have to tell you that now.
No, not also were heavies, only if they got ordnance, if I remember correctly.
No, this is a super heavy.
Yeah, but the ordnance tech.
No.
You might be right. It might be the ordnance tag, not just
So
being
yeah.
super heavy.
Yes,
I'm
so
pretty
you
sure
can.
it's. Anyway, the
fire-
idea is that I can't fire it. I got you. We don't have to
No,
go
no,
into
no.
this.
I
can
think we're realizing, like, wait a second, maybe you can.
Yes, you can fire it because it doesn't have the ordnance tag.
No,
Yeah.
skirmish, size restriction. Super heavy weapons are too cumbersome to be fired with a skirmish action and must be fired as part of a
Oh,
barrage
yes.
action. That's page 106 if you want to look it up in
Yeah,
the rules.
yeah, you need to use the barrage instead of skirmish. Just, I was thinking of a complicated factor.
Yeah, but you still have a barrage action left.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
can. I mean, I can still make the attack. I understand now, but
Yes.
what were you thinking of, Griff? Just so we're clear in the future.
Ordnance.
Ordnance tag. Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, then I'm still good. I can still make this attack on this ace.
I guess the question is, +1 accuracy, any penalty for cover for that drone?
Who do you aim at?
The ace.
The ace. Yes, the ace got soft cover.
Does he? Is he not flying above the soft cover?
Oh, he's flying low enough that he still has some trees
All
in
right.
between.
Well, the pulse rifle is accurate, and soft cover is a difficulty. They'll just cancel each other out. So nothing doing. I have rolled a 20, which is a crit.
Yes, and because it's an ace, he has evasive maneuver. In response to being hit by any ranged or melee attack, the mech can perform a barrel roll, flying 6 in any direction, and cause the attack to miss.
The weapon
that-
does still have reliable at the very least.
Yeah, even on a miss, I deal 5 damage.
Yeah, but 5 damage is way preferable to what else you could have done.
Well, yeah, because the crit, all I would do is roll another 3d6 and then take the best of the dice to deal my damage. Wouldn't have been more than I couldn't have already done. But still, you take 5. And I end my turn.
And okay. I've noted it down in the ComCon. Now let's see. I think Bright's Archer is. I found a typo in ComCon, but doesn't matter.
Oops.
Well, CompCon is constantly being updated, so entirely possible. I have found rules mistakes, so
And he moves closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Cobra is, of course, the aim again. He uses his quick action to suppress you. So if you move, he gets a free attack against you. And you are impaired. And then he fires his LMG. And because it's reliable, it still deals 3 damage. So he fires so much bullets that some just hit. This guy.
Just whittling away at that HP.
Yes. No. 2, 5, 2, 4. The bodyguard runs up and he does a attack quick action against Cobra. Does he get any bonus? No, he doesn't. And he's bad at this stuff, so he misses. Who cares? And and the swords run up. 5, 1, 2, 5.
Alright, squad is advancing.
Yes. Oh my god. The sword hits super bad rolls. And it because it also got a reliable assault rifle, he just fires so much bullets that you get 2 damage.
Cobra again.
Cobra again.
Explosions, bullets, just everything
I
going in
moved him
Cobra's
too far,
direction.
but... And this guy does exactly the same thing. And he hits for 6 damage.
That's 3 more that I have.
All right. Well, you take you have 3 structure left right now. Not 3 structure. You have 3 points left right now. So you take that down to 0. Griff, how many structure does an Everest have again? 3, 4, 4. Yeah, I forgot. Everything has 4 except for the one I'm going for. All right. What you want to do now, Arcloid, Cobra, is roll a d6. Because when you go to 0 hull, you make a structure check, which is what you're doing now, and you roll 1d6 for every structure you've lost, in this case 1. And on a 4, you suffer system trauma. And I will let our GM tell you that. But just to cover what hit points do, now you put your hit points back up to full, -3. Because you took 6 points, you could only absorb 3. So that rolls back over to your total again. So I believe your starting hit point was 14, so now you're down to 11. -1 structure. Make sense?
So structure damage, I hit it so it turns yellow and goes to 1.
But no. You are at 3 hull. You took a 6-point hit, so your hull goes down to 0 for 3 of that damage. Then you rolled structure. You got a 4. That has nothing to do with these numbers now. Now your hit points go back up to full, which is 14, and you take the rest of the damage that you just took, which is 3 more points. So that's 14 -3.